cost-wise, I mean, there may be penalties where you won't disclose those, but this is going to go up again, presumably in cost, right?
No. This is for the contract. This is the contractor delivering the contract that they've been paid to do. They're saying it's going to take us longer. This is not giving them more money, and in fact, they're going to have to pay. And pay the department for the work the department's going to do. But if the department's doing it as a subcontractor, then it would have been offering that work to somebody else anyway. So this is just about within the existing framework of the contract, Aldin saying it is going to take us another month, and I've come out and said this is the situation.
Have you got another date in mind? I mean, you talked about end of month all the time, or is this now end of September, then snagging till the end of October? Or something?
The date I'm talking to is the end of September, and there is, as you've rightly said, there's a 4-week period which has always been there for any remediation work that's required. That doesn't change. All that's happened here is that the date from the back end of August has now moved to the end of September.
Let me try this. Could you have handled this? I mean, I appreciate you're at the top of this thing, but could this have been handled any better or differently, or the things like the COVID are just those get-out clauses on this thing?
Of course there are learning points. Of course there are things that could be done better. It would be incredibly naive of me to say that this is that there aren't those things. My focus is to get the job done, and that's what we need to do. This is clearly a hugely challenging project for the Isle of Man. This isn't about the department, it isn't about Aldin Construction or their subcontractors. This is about the Isle of Man's ability to get major projects done.
And what about the people affected, the hoteliers, the businesses? This is more impact again, another month on top of what's been a terrible time for them.
Yes, and that terrible time, of course, has been exacerbated by the work that's gone on here. But there's a lot of other factors. It's COVID, and it's it's the border issue. So all these things tend to be wrapped into one because of their location on the prom. I'm not for 1 minute saying that the prom hasn't had a significantly adverse effect on these businesses and the people who live here, and that's why support schemes were put
are those compensation schemes, whatever you want to call them, support schemes, going to be extended because of this?
That's not in my gift to do that, but certainly the department will continue to work with the Department for Enterprise and with the businesses to try and do whatever it reasonably can. But we're only talking here of another month. Now, I don't belittle that month, but this is not changing fundamentally the situation. It's the same situation as these businesses and residents have lived with so far. I take absolutely no positivity from that statement, but this is simply saying we're not going to finish on the date that was previously communicated. I think many of those businesses, when I've done my prom walks with the officers, have kind of accepted that this is taking time, and I don't think they've necessarily always believed that the end of August was going to be delivered, because they're seeing this day by day.
Use that date then. I mean, obviously, you're just saying that the guys themselves going, this isn't going to happen, no. But you come out and say a date.
No. What I'm saying is that some of these businesses, looking from the outside, haven't necessarily, seen that end of August date as set in stone.
Did you see it as potential? Okay, then?
That date is embedded in the contractual arrangements between us and Aldin. The contracts, the way the NEC contracts work, which is an industry standard contract for major civil engineering schemes, is there's a programme and there's a completion date baked into that. What's happened is this week Aldin have come along and said, here's a revised programme. That revised programme delivers a different end date. There will also be different dates for the interim completions of elements within it, which we need to get some clarity around those.
It sounds like you said they were short on men. I mean, and they've gone elsewhere to work. So what is going to fix that problem, or is it not going to happen? It's just going to be this fewer people working on the promenade, basically.
Well, no. I mean, they haven't been able to get obviously as many resources as they would have needed to deliver it by the end of August. Full stop. So they've now got another month.
I'm saying, will they have enough to complete it next month, or will there be another extension?
Well, I certainly don't expect another extension, and that's a matter for Aldin's Constructions Management to sort out. Yeah. They're running this scheme. They've been paid to deliver it. for the department, and they've now said it's a later date.
Come with the election, which is now in that period. You won't be in this position until who knows what happens when the people decide what's going to go on. So who's going to run the ship in the meantime? Will it just be the Mr. Blacks and that sort of thing?
No, ministers stay in position, and ministers stay in position until they're replaced. So whether I'm re-elected or not, I carry on as the DOI minister until the new Council of Ministers is formed. The House of Keys, in its wisdom, decided that would take another week. That was the motion that was passed. I voted against it because I think you just add in another hiatus around that. But the House of Keys voted for that. So, as minister, I will still be. I can guarantee you, I will still be here, unless I resign, which you've already covered, and I'm not. But I will still be here until the new infrastructure minister is appointed under the new chief minister, whoever that may be.
Just to make it absolutely clear, because we have to balance everything, you're standing for the re-election in Aaron Michael. Just make that clear, there's other people available, see on the websites. Finally, do you regret taking this job on?
No, because it's really important for the people of the Isle of Man that you've got politicians who are prepared to step up and take on the tough challenges. The easy thing for me to do would have been to not take on the DOI ministerial role. That would not have been the right thing. That's not what I'm about.
So you'd like it back again if you got the chance, would you?
If I get re-elected, I'll be happy to do whatever's in the best interests of the Isle of Man. I've said that to you all the way along, Paul, ever since I've been elected. I'm about making a positive difference to the Isle of Man, and I would challenge anybody to have done a better job than I've done on this.
So we'll see you in September, right? The ribbon cutting will happen in September, minus the snagging.
Well, I'm not interested in ribbon cutting. I'm interested in getting the job done, and it'll be opened and it'll be delivered, and I'll be around in whatever shape or form that is. So I just want to get this job done and for the island to be able to move on.